Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We're following some breaking news out of Pictou County in Nova Scotia. The RCMP are pulling out all the stops related to the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case. At least that's what they're saying. Human remains detection. Dogs are now officially part of the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case. Also, the meeting from the RCMP just the other day, we've got the video of that, along with a brand new disturbing video that Daniel Martell said this morning, I think it was this morning, related to his missing stepkids on the other side.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is September 22nd, 2025. It is currently 8:55 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Does my mic sound okay? Does my mic sound okay? Or does it sound different? Let me know. Okay. Okay. It sounds crap on my side, but I don't know. You got blocked on DT LOL. I'm sorry, Grey Wolf. I'm sorry. 1 second. Sorry, I'm still trying to get over whatever I got. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me. Lots of stuff coming out today in Jack and Lilly Sullivan case. So apparently they were searching in regards to the cadaver dogs. I was listening to DT a little bit while I was getting ready for this live. And according to him, he says that they didn't find anything significant or anything like that. Now, I personally disagree with just about almost everything on his stance, but I respect him tremendously as a creator. And, we don't always agree on the same cases. None of us do. Is it Brandy's birthday? Brandy! Happy birthday, Brandy! Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday from Clutch Them Pearls to you. Brandy, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Guys, do me a favor. Do me a solid, girl. Hit that thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate it. Share the live. Share the love. Appreciate ya more than you will ever know, my beautiful. Hey, Summer. Good to see you. My beautiful peoples. Oh, thank you, PGH, coming in clutch at 3 months, girl. Yes, ma'am. You are always coming in clutch, honey. PGH, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Yeah, it's Brandy's birthday. Maurice, hey, Maurice and Mama, good to see you. Too fast for me. Holy the chat. Yeah. I haven't heard from Brandy lately. I'm just trying to just let her heal and not bug her and all of that, So, sometimes no news is good news. You know what I mean? Sometimes no news is good news. So, the RCMP did not say where or when the cadaver dogs were going to be searching. That is true. However, they was, oh crap, I didn't even upload this stuff. I forgot about it. They was supposedly searching in the area this morning, I want to say, but I'm sure that they're going to be searching other areas as well. I do not believe anyone has been cleared personally. And part of that is because nobody has been named a person of interest or a suspect. So I'm not sure how you could be cleared. That's just me though. But we are going to talk about numerous things today, about the blanket, about Daniel's interviews. It's going to be probably a long one, so buckle up. Get your favorite beverage, your favorite snack, all of that, because again, we got a lot to talk about. Sorry, I'm trying to just put up some stuff here that I forgot to do at the onset of the live stream. Okay, bear with me one moment as I do this. Okay. All right, guys. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. Share the live, all that jazz. Consider becoming a member. Appreciate your support. You need, Sarah, you're going to need a beverage, honey. You're going to need one. Okay. All right. I've not watched this interview with Daniel, but I've been told about it. Oh, baby, I'm taking zinc. I'm taking vitamin D. I'm taking everything. So, all right. So here we go. CBC did an interview this morning, I guess this morning, I want to say, with Mr. Mathtel. Okay. And it may have been done the other day. It was dropped 5 hours ago. And as you see, here she is in all of her glory, Mr. Mathtel. And make sure you guys do the survey on there. I want to hear your thoughts. It's anonymous. You can. Oh, Cassie, baby, you feeling bad? Hope you feel better, sweetie. I can see right through Daniel and why he was saying everything he was saying. 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything.
The only way some mother chicken knows if they're 100% on anything is if they know what the hell happened to them. Guys, I'm just going to tell you right now because I feel it. I feel it coming on, honey. If you don't like Justin when he's cursing and screaming obscenities at the screen, this probably isn't going to be for you. This one. Okay, you might want to sit this one out. Okay. Just going to say. Because nobody, I don't know 100%. Do you know 100%? Because I don't know 100%. How the hell would anybody know 100% if they don't know what the hell happened? I'll freaking wait. I'll wait.
So what do you make of the fact that they are bringing the cadaver dogs in?
Well, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it's been about 3 months. I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed, I guess, till now. But I know things take time, and dogs are hard to get.
So what does this say to you? Because I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy.
Again, nothing about, the reporters there. She's saying, they're looking for human beings, right? Like your stepchildren, Daniel, the ones that always had bruises on them. And you said had bruises when Lilly vanished. That the ones that were the teachers called and said something's going on in this house. Okay. Hold on one second. Thank you, Daff. Okay. So it's complete BS. Complete BS. And let me just say, even before, the news with the cadaver dogs and stuff, I said the other day, I don't have faith in many cadaver dogs anymore, especially after Sebastian Summers and a lot of others. But I was doing a case with a pregnant woman in Massachusetts 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. He unalived her in his building, which he lived in. Dogs didn't pick up. She was a larger woman too, and pregnant. And then drug her with a mower, like 30 yards, 50 yards, dug a hole, put brush on it. Cadaver dogs never caught it. Never once caught it. We're going to get into that in a second.
That they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
So what?
Oh my God, Pamela. Thank you, babies. Good to see you. How you doing, Miss Pamela? Give me Pamela. Show them out. How you doing, ma'am? Thank you, Daff. Hey, Daff, do you have links to those? Hold on one second. Okay. I just texted you back. Thank you so much, Miss Pamela. If you received one of those, make sure you give Pamela a big, big thank you. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Really, really do appreciate you. Good to see you, my dear. I disagree, Mimi. I disagree. And it's only as good as the dog has been trained and the handler.
What are you happy about? What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like this.
And hold on. Oops. Okay. And I'll tell you this. Depending, I'm going to tell you something. I've worked in several funeral homes. I've seen a lot of crime cases. Okay. A lot of crime cases. After they were released, they were sent to us. And I knew all the deets on them. How long a person has been in the home greatly matters. Greatly matters. In my opinion, that's the reason cadaver dogs didn't pick up anything on Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Now, people, it is true, technically, decomp starts almost immediately after you die. That is true. But for the dogs, most dogs, to smell decomp, it takes a few hours, at least a few hours, minimum a few hours, generally speaking. Period. Absolute period. And also, the smaller you are, decomp happens, I don't want to say at a slower rate, but if you are bigger, heavier, robust, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say the word FAT, but if you're a plump person, you start to decomp generally quicker, much quicker, actually.
See, maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe
Obese, that's what I'm looking for.
they're not going to stop, but slow down, because at this.
Let me just show you something here.
I know.
Let me just go back to the
dogs
question.
will go in there and won't find anything. So are you thinking that the dogs will go in?
Oh crap!
I guess till now, about 3
The cadaver dogs in.
Well, anything.
So what do you make of the fact that they are bringing the cadaver dogs in?
Well,
okay. The question is, what do you make of the fact that they're bringing cadaver dogs in?
I'm actually pretty happy about that, because it's been about 3 months. I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed, I guess, till now. But I know things take time, and dogs are hard to get.
So
Sorry, this is the question. This was the question I was looking for. This one right here. Listen to what she says, and listen to where Daniel goes with the question.
what does this say to you? Because I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy that they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
So what are you happy about? What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe they're not.
Well, we would like to see you be consistent, Daniel, with your story. You have been inconsistent since day one, period. Period. It's never been about Jack or Lily, in my opinion, for you. It's always been about how innocent you look, how good you look, all of that. You have lied so much. You've lied so much. In my opinion, you got math written all over your face right there.
Not going to stop, but slow down, because at this point they're getting ridiculous.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it. It's just to keep the public informed, I guess, that they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think we'll rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard, and
I've just never seen anybody say 100% they won't find anything, when you guys are the ones that said they walked out the fucking door. Conveniently, you all were sleeping at the perfect time. You guys were allegedly sleeping at the perfect in and out, right? Conveniently, the perfect time when they walked out the door. And Janie was sleeping at the perfect time whenever they walked out the gate, right? Got it.
there's no human remains on the property.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because
So convenient, so convincing, right? He's not even concerned about what if. What the hell? I mean, like, if I didn't know where someone was of one of my loved ones, and I would say, I just don't think they're in that area. They've searched and they've searched, but stranger things have happened, right? And there's a piece of me that is like, we might find them. They might find something. No, not a bit concerned. Boy, that's
there's no human remains on the property.
I don't think
Is
there's
there
remains
any
on the
piece
property
of you
either.
that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do.
That doesn't mean you did anything out there. If they are found close to the home, that doesn't mean you did anything, you dum-dum. It doesn't mean you did anything. You are so defensive about this. You're the ones who said they walked out, not anybody else.
Do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property.
Oh, he knows I didn't do anything. I knew my mother didn't do anything. Where's Miss Malaya in there? That's right. You said you would visit her in prison. But this is the problem, Daniel. You both said you were in the bed at the same time, sleeping in and out. Notice how I'm getting this now. Notice how we've always said I knew it was the story that was the inconsistency. Meaning Malaya said she was awake and Daniel was asleep. Daniel said I wasn't even close to asleep. Malaya was asleep. And they couldn't keep their story straight. Now I think it is a way of them kind of pushing at each other, because if one of them was awake, they might know what's going on during that time.
I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there.
No, they should not have known right there. No, they should not have known right there. Now, I will tell you, I don't think this is going to be solved. I don't think it's going to be solved now. And it makes me want to just scream at the top of my lungs from frustration. But I don't think it's going to be solved. The only way I think it's going to be solved is if they're found. Because you can talk about banking records and all that, but when you don't have money to begin with, you don't put money in the bank. When you're buying math, you don't put money in the bank. How do you support a $20 or $40 a day habit? Well, people do a lot of shit to do that kind of stuff. Let's be real. Like steal, i.e. grandma, sell things, steal shit, promise people they'll pay them back, fuck them over, that kind of thing.
We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
Why do you think that they're not possibly, like, why that they didn't possibly wander into the woods?
Well, with the amount of resources that were used, and I mean, for everything from drones to helicopters to classified technology and all the searchers on the ground. I mean, searchers on bicycles. They did everything. On the pipeline, they took in ATVs and Argos and side by sides. They used everything they could.
Tell me about
He looks like math
what do you
101
make at this
commercial.
point of the investigation of what RCMP have been doing or not doing? What's your stance on all of that?
Well, I would like to go in for another whole round of polygraph exams. I mean, that would be, and maybe bring some new people in that are doing the polygraph exams. But I know they're hard at work.
Daniel, I told you, contact me. Contact me. We will get you a polygraph absolutely free. No cost to you. With questions we want asked. Contact us.
filled notebooks with just trying to help them find leads or give them any kind of small detail, answer as many questions as I can, or but I'm doing everything I can. I usually try to meet with them 3 times a week.
They didn't, Brian. They didn't say that.
And sometimes they're not around for that, or phone calls or texts.
No, that's not true, Brian. They did not say, I want to make that clear. The RCMP, they did not say that they have enough to charge Daniel. They haven't said anybody. Oh, Ted Bundy. I mean, a lot of people passed a polygraph. Not Dylan Rounds. Mark Redwine. Dylan Redwine's father unalived him. No cadaver dogs picked up, and he passed a polygraph too. Dylan was later found years later. They had a bunch of stuff on the father, but they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough. Everyone thought they didn't have anything on the father. Everyone side-eyed him, just like they do, Daniel and Malaya, a lot of people at least. But it wasn't enough until he was found. Dylan was found by hikers, yeah. Mark Redwine, he passed his polygraph, all of that. Yeah. Hey, Chris, thank you so much. Appreciate you, my dear. Anyone search the res where the wife is from? I don't know, but to be honest with you, I can not Eller, not that Dylan, not Dylan Eller. This is a United States case. But where was I going with it? Oh, about the reservation. This reservation, they're just not going to hold 2 children. Malaya has no reason to hide her children, right? Like there's just no reason. She's gotten her kids taken away, like her daughter Meadow taken away. And Jack and Lily, you just don't hide your own kids and have this much pressure put on you. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen.
But whatever we can do.
So I guess to bring it back to the cadaver dogs, since you've been asking for it for so long, I guess, you don't have any information on how that will happen?
Thank you, please.
No, I don't even know where quite they're going to start searching or where they're going to do. Are they going to expand out onto the properties? The property there is fairly small. It's only 2 acres. So.
Yeah. Will it be the whole 8.5 that they searched previously?
I don't know. That's a lot. That would be quite a few. That'd be a couple weeks probably on foot doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the documents, and some of the other stuff RCMP has said or done, there's 70,000 drone photos that were taken during the search. That's a lot of photos. I mean, they had to review and do everything. So they would have found some kind of something there. Or even when they brought in classified technology, they scanned the whole area. They ever found a beaver and a coyote. That's all they found.
So why do you think this step is necessary?
Well,
so they found a beaver and a coyote. but they haven't found the kids. That's interesting.
Well, it just rules out one and brings the book a little bit closer to being closed. I mean, one chapter at a time.
How have you been doing?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm doing well, but doing better than I was at the start, I guess.
Tell me.
It's physically exhausting, mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, but every day you wake up and it's a new day. New hope. And just keep going forward.
Tell me about the toll, like what you were just mentioning earlier about social media.
Yeah, social media has been quite a circus, we'll call it. But
hold on.
I can't control.
Well, why has it been a circus, Daniel? Why has it been a circus? That you said in the beginning, we have nothing to do with it. Malaya, myself, mom, everyone, right? Okay. And then you say, in this very interview to date, I didn't have nothing to do with it. My mom has nothing to do with it. You didn't mention Malaya. You say you'll visit Malaya in prison. You now say that the shit is planted. You lied about the blanket. Again. Why? Why would you say, oh, that looks very similar to a blanket I threw away a week ago? Why? And you want to talk about somebody who thinks Jack or Lilly put that blanket up high in that tree? They're 4 and 6 years old. They are 4 and 6 years old. They didn't. First of all, they're not going to drag that blanket from, they're not going to go into the damn dumpster or the out where the road is and dig it out. For what? Number one. Number two, Janie said she would have heard them. Remember, no more than 20 minutes from the time they last heard them to the time Daniel says he starts looking. We're going to get into all that. If you think Jack or Lilly put that blanket, drug it 1 kilometer through the fucking woods, you're dumb as hell. Sorry, you're dumb as hell. Don't know other way to say it. I'm a little bit hot tonight, guys, so I apologize. I just can't. I just fucking can't. Man. I mean, I don't know.
Them, and they're free to judge, but maybe just use a little bit of this before they start typing or use an AI for pictures.
Oh, you don't like the AI pictures? Who gives a shit?
I mean, we're coming up on, is it coming up to 5 months?
Yeah, in the second. So yeah, it's less than 2 weeks.
Thank you so much, Cherie. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you, love, for your support. 2 months. Did they check the potholes that Daniel filled in the very next day? I would say yeah. I would say yeah. I would say yeah. I would say. I mean, I really don't think, in my opinion, that Jack or Lilly was on that property very long after something whatever happened. And remember, I'm covering a case right now in San Antonio. The mother charged right now 2 of her kids. She did something happen to 2 of the kids. She said they were overheated in a car. They weren't. Things happen to 2 kids at the same time, all the time.
Like, did
Or
you
more.
ever imagine that we'd be here still talking about this?
No. I thought with the amount of resources and amount of different units for RCMP working on it, everything from dive teams to canine units and social, they have dedicated teams just for social media. They have a dedicated guy that just sits there and watches highway cameras. So,
What's it been like for you now that we're back to September?
yeah,
school's
social
back,
media.
and, like,
Yeah.
seeing the school bus go by every day.
yeah, no, it's hard. There's quite a few school buses that go by, and there's a lot of kids in the area I see, and it's sad. It's not just sad for Jack and Lily, but it's sad for everybody who knew Jack and Lily. They had friends.
It's sad because Jack and Lily had bruises. Jack and Lily were, according to Malaya, didn't have the same, they were behind everyone in school. It's sad because the teachers did what they were supposed to do and called and made that call, donated jackets, coats, all of that. And Daniel, allegedly, according to the interview we watched the other day, Jack had several black eyes. He's 4 years old, several black eyes. It's sad that they were neglected and abused, in my opinion, at the very best. And even after they've disappeared, they're still being failed. And I understand that because of I understand with the RCMP, because of where they live, well, if you don't take your phone, there you go. You're not going to be, it's not going to ping anywhere, right? If there's no service out there hardly, there you go. It's so desolate out there, there's not really any cameras. So it's kind of the perfect place.
They went to school, and it's just, they had teachers that seen them every day, and it's just hard on everybody.
I know we ask you this every single time.
I feel really bad for the staff and especially at the school, the teachers, because they knew. And again, I'll tell you, I've spoke to individuals. They knew Jack and Lily were not cared for in the best of ways. And again, they did what they were supposed to do, and that's all they can do. And then they show up missing and not found. And it's hard for them, to swallow that. You know what I mean? Like you did all you can do, and now 2 children, where are they?
Fine, but why do you keep doing it?
For Jack and Lily. I don't do this for myself because I'm going to see this online later, and people are going to analyze it. Every time I move my hands, every time I open my mouth, every facial expression,
I disagree.
they analyze everything right down to a T. I know that.
What would you like the public to know?
I want the public to know if anyone has any information, just please come forward. Call the RCMP, call your local police department, call Crime Stoppers.
Do you still think they're still alive?
Yes, I hope so.
You do believe they're still alive? But you'll visit Malay in prison.
I mean, that's all we have is hope.
Says Mr. Mattel. Says Mr. Mattel. Okay. All right. As a special ed teacher, I can't imagine what the facility and the staff are going through. Yeah, Jennifer, it makes me just want to cry. It really does. Because you think about, I mean, they get close with their students. It's a small community. It's a small school. I went to a small school. In my elementary school, there was only 350 kids total. Their school was even smaller. And we were close with our teachers growing up. Well, I mean, they would, some of my teachers, they were singers, and they would visit my church and sing and all of that. And when my dad died, they came to my dad's funeral. And I mean, so it's, it's tight community like that. And knowing that kids aren't being taken care of the way that they are, and all they can do is reach out to resources. And truthfully, Nova Scotia's government, in my opinion, has failed its children in the fact that there are no advocates in the CPS system for them. They need to change that. Stat. Like, how our society treats children, animals, even prisoners is really a measurement of how our society functions. And you have to be there for the most vulnerable, disabled individuals of our population. Right? So, an elderly, absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody that is, in a vulnerable population. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Daphne. She sent me something here. Oh, I guess this is okay. I guess this is thank you so much, Daph. This is from Daphne. I think she recorded this earlier. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play it like this, but then I'm going to make it bigger. Let me see if I can screen record this to make it bigger. Bear with me. 2 seconds. I'm trying to fit something here. Why is it not? 1 second, y'all. Let me try it like this. All right. Okay. This is, you're going to see this. Well, let me zoom in a little bit more. No. This is the area that I think Janie filmed. Hey, Mini Panthers. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Says bad for those that knew him, not know them yet. Not know them yet. Thinks they are alive. Have they had cadaver dogs in his, Malay, and Justin's car and JJ if she has? I don't know about cars. They had cadaver dogs on the property allegedly today, and I guess around the property. But again, if someone is removing, especially small individuals, you're not going to get a cent. You're just not going to get a cent that quick. If they were moved very quickly. I think that's the reason, in my opinion, nothing happened with Sebastian's. I've seen it 1,000 times through cases, not only on here, but just from funeral, working at funeral homes and stuff and seeing cases. It happens all the time. Okay, this is where the boot print, let me make this bigger. Daniel says this is where the boot print, left-hand side of the pipeline, where the boot print was found, right up there. Oh, isn't that a great place to be on a four-wheeler or an ATV? Well, they did the paint job to make it look good. Nothing surprises me on what they would do to the interior of the mobile home. Yeah. And they've had plenty of time to do things, in my opinion. It's right behind their house. Sassy. Goes right behind their house. All right. And this is the one I wanted to. Let me find it here. One second. Okay. All right. I'm going to see if I can. Let me see if. Give me a second. Oh, my computer, man. Come on. I'm trying to get my screen recorder to work so I can make it. It's just not wanting to do it. I don't understand. One second. All right, we'll see if it'll work while I try to do this. Okay, here we go. I'm able to do it now. All right, we got it now. Check this out, guys. I'm going to play it like this, but then I'm going to make it bigger again, so just bear with me. I'm going to snip it, make it bigger for the next time. This is from Daphne on.
There. You see the ATV trail? That's the access trail they use for the pipeline.
The road is called the Lansdowne Road. This is the road coming off the 289. This is going towards my brother's place.
I'll make it much bigger in a second.
Okay. On your left-hand side here is the pipeline.
Watch this.
This is where the footprint was supposed to be found or found. It's kind of growing up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They probably didn't trim it this year because of the band that we had.
Mm-hmm.
But this here is an ATV track where the pipeline people use, and where the RCMP would have used their ATV.
Hold on one second. Okay. Got that part. Just bear with me, guys, because I'm going to make it bigger. Just need y'all to stand with me 1 second.
To
We're going to comment.
To look for Jack and Lily. The right side. This here is the pipeline that would be in back of my place. And if you can see that bare spot, that is the train tracks. Now, this is the tree.
Watch this.
This is an old road. This is the tree where the blanket was found. Right here where the ribbons are. Now, if you can look from the ground here to here is where the blanket was found, on that branch right there. When you see that little gray box,
Is it
Daphne, do you know what they're saying about this part here?
That is the railroad tracks.
Okay.
Huh.
I think Daniel goes through here too. But I want to see Daniel where he puts his hand on the tree. And then we're going to go through it. I'll make it full screen in a second, guys. I just got a screen record.
289. That's the main road.
I'm not looking at chat right now, guys.
Another road there, but it just goes up in the woods. It doesn't go very far. Railroad tracks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Daph, do you have it where he puts that on? Do you have it where he puts that on the Daniel? Let me see here. Is he still live? I don't want to play his stuff if he's live. Let me see here. All right. So I'm going to pop this on and we'll make it much bigger now. So you guys can see it better. And this is originally from DTS show. I will provide his link down in the description. Okay, here we go. All right, recording. Here's part of it, but I'll make it bigger. Here in just a second. We're going to save that. There we go. Save that. 248. Perfect. All right, now we're ready. Sorry, guys. Just wasn't expecting to have this. All right, here we go. Perfecto. All right, now we're going to do it like this. And this. I'm going to share it. And it'll be bigger. And then I'm going to comment on it. Okay. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Boom. And all right, here we go. It's a little blurry.
There. You see the ATV trail? That's the access trail they use for the pipeline.
The road is called the Lansdowne Road. This is the road coming off the 289.
Okay, so when you go out where Daniel lives, like you would make a right. You would make a right. And then you would pass the railroad tracks, and then it's on the right. This is going up to like Janie's brother's house, and I believe Earl's house. Hey, Melissa, good to see you.
This is going towards my brother's place. Okay. On your left-hand side here is the pipeline. This is where the footprint was supposed to be found. It's kind of growing up a little bit. They probably didn't trim it this year because of the band that we had. But this here.
I don't care what time of the year it is. those kids,
It's
a 4-year-old in a diaper, I don't care what time of year it is not going to be getting through that shit.
kind of growing up a little bit. They probably didn't trim it this year because of the band that we had. But this here is an ATV track where the pipeline people use, and where the RCMP would have used their ATV to go up to look for Jack and Lily. The right side, this here is the pipeline that would be in back of my place. And if you can see that bare spot, that is the train tracks. Now, this is the tree. This is an old road.
I want the one.
This is the tree where the blanket was found. Right here where the ribbons are.
Okay.
Now, if you can look from the ground here to here is where the blanket was found. On that branch.
You think that they threw them up that high?
Where you see that little gray box? Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put it on Drunk Turk DT Show. That's what he goes by now. DT Show. Check this out. I'm looking for link is provided in the description. Is this the one where Daniel?
Here.
One second. Daniel did a video. And I want to show you that. Bear with me one second.
I've been covering that one.
Might be right here. Is this where he's talking? Okay, here's Daniel talking. This is the one Daniel's talking. All right. Let's watch Daniel do the talking.
Which limit was if he wasn't there when it was found? He was showing a picture.
All right, listen to this. Watch this right here. I gotta play.
See, there's another road there. There's a few different roads. That's loud. I'm gonna mute it so I can talk over it. But as you can see, I mean, it's pretty dense. It's a dense forest there still.
Look how long it took for her to drive up from her house to this, right? Now think of a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old that has been missing. They couldn't have been out of the yard itself more than 10 minutes before people started looking. Okay? Ain't no way. Rubber boots, which we're going to get into that in a moment, and all that. You think they got out and got over here? There is, whether anyone did something to these kids or not, no way in hell this happened. No way. There was too many people looking for them way too quick. All of these kids, in the last few days, I've been watching about five different children going missing. And within a few hours, all of them, every single one of them has been found. And I'll show you how far they're usually found and all that as well within the radius. Buckle up. It's going to be a long one.
And the fact that the blanket was found this far out from the pipeline leads me to believe that the kids most likely, if they wandered off and walked this way.
Absolutely disagree with him respectfully. Again, I disagree. Those kids did not drag a piece of a blanket for a kilometer. They didn't even want to, they wouldn't. I mean, Janie and all of them says Jack wouldn't even drag himself that far.
Which I believe they most likely did. I'm going to say it's probably like, I would say 80% chance that they walked off and they walked off this way.
I would say 100% chance.
99 walk down the street, at the end of the driveway.
Nope.
This
So
is where the blanket was found. You can clearly see what's visible from the road.
If they walked the driveway, like the road, if they left the driveway and went down the road and then went to cross the railroad tracks and up this, and nobody saw them, nobody heard them, all of the people. Now remember, there was scent dogs that were out there with their scent, right? Not cadaver dogs. They sniffed the air. It would have been really fresh, right? Nothing. They would have followed them.
15 feet from the road.
All right, listen to Daniel here.
Yeah, a little more than 15 feet.
Watch this.
And this is the exact branch.
Now, that was a different, isn't that a different branch than what Janie just said? Isn't that a different branch? Looks like a different branch to me. That's a different branch. Janie had just little branches. That one's thicker. Regardless, Daniel has to reach up. Daniel has to reach up. 15 feet. I'll wait. You tell me a 4 and a 6-year-old who would be already exhausted by the time they went 1 kilometer, right? Tired, scared. Why aren't you hearing screaming, crying while these people are searching? Also, it's right there on the trail. It's right there beside the road. He doesn't have to go in the woods or anything. You're telling me that Daniel supposedly missed this once he searched it, right? The search group missed it, and within 20 minutes, family found it. No way in hell. It's right there. It's pink. It sticks out. Just like the orange ribbons do. Why are they orange? Because they stick out. Anything red, yellow, pink, white sticks out. Oh, it's planted. Absolutely. In my opinion, 1,000%.
Way higher than 5 feet in the air. It's actually over my head, so it's already 6 feet. That one right there. draped over that branch.
Look at that.
So 6 feet in the air, draped over the branch. It's pretty dense right there underneath. This is one of the things that really.
You can't tell me that a week ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, that piece of blanket flew out of the closed trash that it was actually in his room, and then it's not. Saturday morning, the blanket's out of Lily and Jack's room, out of the window by Saturday morning. But regardless, let's say it's just all in the trash. Let's just say it's all in the trash. You can't tell me the blanket ripped in half and then it conveniently is taken out of the trash beside the road and it blows 1 kilometer. I mean, someone had to take that blanket. And Daniel absolutely lied in the beginning about this. Again, if Daniel was the one that threw it in the trash, he says he was the one that threw him in the trash. He admits that. He's the one that threw this in the trash. Okay? And they find some footprints, a blanket or a piece of ripped cloth or whatever. And he sees it. And he doesn't. He lies. And then he changes that up. Why wouldn't someone, when they first see a blanket, say, oh yeah, that's Lily and Jack's? This is planted, in my opinion, 1000%. Cynthia, thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry, I've been yapping my breaks off here. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I really, really do appreciate you. Welcome, Cynthia, to the Pearl family. Welcome, my dear. Appreciate you. Patty, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you, love. Thank you, darling. Oh, my God, Julia. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. You are such a blessing, Joyous. Joyous, I'm probably going to be flipping my lid today. Forgive me. Forgive me, Joyous. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating because of the location. They admit that they didn't take their phones. They have told complete opposites, not slight differences, complete opposites since day one. Tell me a mother that zips her mouth and doesn't speak for her missing children, shuts down, hasn't done anything except go on the beach and do some snapshots of her in a bikini. It is, Ash. It's very frustrating because it's looking like the RCMP doesn't have shit. That's what it's looking like. Unless it's like Dylan Redwine and Mark Redwine, where he passed the test. They said they didn't have anything. They had a lot of stuff, but they was just waiting to find his, their remains. They finally found him, but
that this one stumps me.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't explain that.
This one stumps me. So I'm like, all right, this is pretty high up there. Maybe the kids saw a bird or something and they were playing and they threw it up there.
Lily.
For whatever reason. I find it weird that somebody.
No, they did not. I respectfully disagree. I think DTS is a great creator, and all that. I just very much disagree with him on this case. Very, very much. Personally, I don't believe anybody is cleared. I think that they have passed their polygraph as far as what the documents say. But now I question, Daniel says they didn't drug test him at all. So if you haven't been drug tested with your polygraph before your polygraph, well, then I got questions about that as well.
You would plan it there too, like purposefully plan it. You know, for one, I mean, if you went up there and you tied it up, I mean, you could be seen. It'd be easier if you tossed it on the ground to
be
more discreet.
Nope, I disagree.
You get what I'm saying? So putting it in.
Oh, let me go back to this. Let's go back to this. I think it's so convenient. This is right on. So convenient. Right on the road here is where, like, it could be. So I think this was planted because someone wanted it to be seen, and I think someone got cold feet and said it wasn't anything, wasn't theirs, and then Malayo, after she said, yeah, it is, well, you gotta admit. Malaya's like, yeah, that's theirs. Look at the road. Great for a four-wheeler, a car, all of that. And just think about the fact of a timeline. Think about the timeline. Malaya calls at 10 o'clock or 10:01. They are there by what, 10:20 or something? Again, Daniel says he goes up the hill, down the hill, took him 30 seconds. By the time he came back down, Malaya was on the phone with 911. He then jumps in his car. He goes up all the dirt roads, searches the culverts, the rivers, and streams. That's what he says. He's up to water up to his waist. He doesn't find anything. And then he comes back home and waits for the RCMP to get there. That tells me, there's just no way he couldn't have done it that quick. He said, Daniel, I gave him 15 minutes. Daniel said 10 minutes, which is even faster. Not a chance. Not a chance. And yet they don't want to talk about around 8 o'clock. They don't want to talk around 8 o'clock that morning. Hold on one second. Justin the brother, why have we not seen his face? He was there crying in his... Hold on, let me go back to this so we can see it better.
In a period of time. I went there. There was two different teams.
So they were there searching.
Hey, Dan, this is...
All right, and so this is coincidental.
Now, they said that I guess whoever was with the RCMP couldn't get fit under the trailer. So Mr. Mathtel was the one that helped the dog get under the trailer or something like that. Like, could we could we not have someone that, is one of the parents, innocent or not, be part of the help? Yeah, he said that the guy, I guess, I don't know if it was one of the dog guys or whatever like that. He said he couldn't fit under the trailer, which, to be frank with you, I don't think the kids are on the property at all. But whoever it was with the cadaver dog, he couldn't fit underneath of the trailer. And so Daniel helped get under the trailer and show the dog or something like that, which is a little weird to me.
The day before, or when was it? It was gosh, I can't remember. I think it was like on Saturday. I was talking with Janie and Daniel because
Hold on.
On your left-hand side
Right
here,
here we go.
place. Coming off the road.
And a line can kind of see from the ground view of the area and kind of see what's around and where the kids may have been walking or going. But let's continue.
This is the road. It's called the Lansdowne Road. This is the road coming off the 289. This is going towards my brother's place. Okay. On your left-hand side here is...
I agree. And also, just because you allow them on your property and you are working with investigators doesn't equate innocence at all. It's a good faith. It's a good faith thing, and it's what they should do, but it doesn't equate innocence.
It's the pipeline. This is where the footprint was supposed to be found. It's kind of growing up a little bit. They probably didn't trim it this year because of the band that we had. But
yeah, the heart condition, drinking energy drinks and smoking and all that stuff, that as well. They should not have been at the home the searching was being done. I agree 1,000%. They shouldn't have been there. I mean, listen, if you don't allow them, they're going to get a search warrant.
This here is an ATV track where the pipeline people use and where the RCMP would have used their ATVs to go up to look for Jack and Lilly.
And so, again, I had asked Janie to go out there and if she can just kind of show me some video of the area. There's one thing that when somebody is looking into something needs to take into consideration.
I mean, look at this right here. These kids did not walk this and nobody see this shit or hear it. Not a chance.
My place.
Now listen to this.
Onto your right side. This here is the pipeline.
Look at there. Okay, watch this. All right. This is behind the home. It goes over and it goes to their home.
Be interesting too.
Now watch this.
Now, if you cross the road.
Right. So shoe prints over here.
Onto your right side.
Road.
This here is the pipeline.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, shoe prints and then the road. And on this side is where they found the blanket. Now, what's the likelihood that they made it 1 kilometer, nobody seeing or hearing them through all of this stuff? And I'll show you some articles where the searchers say it's virtually impassable parts of it is. On the other side that you just saw, right there, this is where the footprints was found.
It's
Now
pretty
watch.
interesting too.
Now, if you cross
Footprints
the
over
road
there.
onto your right
Here's the road.
side, this
Over
here
here is where the blanket was found. All you have to do is be on an ATV.
is the pipeline that would be in back of my place. And if you can see that bare spot, that is the train tracks.
All right. So this is the area that you would get to if they were to walk through behind the house, and they were to walk along the trail, the train tracks, and then the pipeline to have gotten to where they were. In my opinion, it's feasible. You know, the path, as you can see, there is a path there, and she had mentioned when she's walking up here, I don't know if I had edited that part out or not, but something to the effect that it hadn't been taken care of as it was earlier in May, where they had trimmed it down, and it may have been because of the recent, I guess, weather that they had. Now, if this is like
Gary Ridgway passed a polygraph, the Green River unaliver. Ted Bundy passed polygraphs in the beginning, in the early stages of his the investigation. Charles, I think his name's Charles Curlin. It's like the angel of death. That's what they called him. He was the unaliver in the New Jersey and Pennsylvania hospitals. They all passed polygraphs, but
an overgrowth, and that they haven't maintained yet. And during the time of the when the kids went missing, it looks like it's navigatable. It doesn't look like it's something that the kids couldn't get through. Now, the blanket, and it's...
Listen, I concur that obviously it's a different time of year when this video was taken, and it would be harder for them to get probably now than it would then. But you also have to do the factors of it being cold. You have to, a 4-year-old, when the child is cold and in a diaper, and also both of them in rubber boots, it significantly slows them down. It significantly tires them quickly. They have no reason to just keep. First of all, kids don't go in a straight line anyways. They don't go in a straight line. That's not how kids move.
Location is a question mark. I will be honest about that, because I try to be honest about all these things, but the blanket there, it's going back towards the street, meaning that if they're connected, I mean, towards back away from this area, meaning that if the footprints and the blanket are connected, they most likely did not walk this way. I'll explain as we watch the video.
So, okay, now.
Hey, Gray Wolf, they all took lie detector tests. What do you mean they need to start telling the truth? It's weird. Like, they've taken lie detector tests. They've not lawyered up. They have talked to law enforcement at every time that they've been asked to. They've allowed the searches. They've allowed the cadaver dogs to search. They allowed their phones to be downloaded and gone through. Messages, bank statements, geolocation.
And again, respectfully, I say this, I disagree with them very respectfully. Again, just because you know, they go home one Thursday evening I mean, bank statements is not going to be, it's not going to tell anything. Neither are their phones if they say that they left them home and they willingly admit they left their phones home. So it's not going to show anywhere where they were. It's just not. Here is the wrong. Here he is wrong according to Janie. She is the only one, the RCMP one time. The guy is going on what Daniel has told him, in my opinion. Correct. You can be on beta blockers and heart meds and pass the poly. Yeah, yeah. Well, you're supposed to stop all of your prescription drugs whenever you take a polygraph. Daniel says drugs was never a concern for them, even though CPS went to their home, and I'm sure
GPS locations. Like I don't understand what you mean here. I think they've done more than most people would have expected.
I disagree with that. All right.
You from the pipeline.
This is the pipeline. Look how grown up it is.
And I'm going to drive from the pipeline to where the blanket was found.
If you would go in early May and you had a 4 or a 6-year-old and you said, hey, let's walk through this. You took your 4 and 6-year-old and you said, hey, let's walk through this. Let's walk this trail. See how far they're going to get before they start complaining and start tripping and start getting scratched up. Not going to happen, in my opinion. All right, let me show you some things here. Newsweek, thanks to DTS right there, and our friend Daphne as well. Newsweek said on May 20th, right after, week or two after Jack and Lily vanished. Lily and Jack, 4 years old, went missing in their Nova Scotia home on May 2nd and are believed to have wandered into a heavily wooded area surrounding their home. Okay. President Sherry, president of Nova Scotia GSRA, told Newsweek in the area it is, quote, almost impassable, end quote, due to the fallen trees from Hurricane Fiona in 2022. It's impassable for experts who are searching with the right kind of gear on, not a 4-year-old in a diaper in rubber boots. Oh, I can't stand Mark Redwine. He makes me physically nauseous thinking about him. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, he's so disgusting. Like I can't even look at a picture of him because he makes me gag. Seriously gag. All right. Let's look at this. Let me show you this right here. Okay. Bear with me 2 seconds as I pull this up. So, equally, all right, boom, boom. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you have not hit it yet. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, we're going to talk about average distance. Somewhat, a child their age is going to be found, right? So children ages 1 to 3 years old are usually found within 0.5 miles, almost always. No more than 0.5 miles, half of a mile maximum, or 0.8 kilometers for my Canadian and British and friends, Australian, from where they were last seen. Children ages 4 to 6, they can travel further, but still tend to be found within 1 mile. Many are located under 0.6 miles, ages 4 to 6, or 1 kilometer, especially if barefoot or poorly dressed. Now, if there is nothing that gets in their way, children will generally walk in a straight line until trees, logs, fence, creeks, thick woods, briars block them. Kids rarely backtrack or take logical paths that age. Clothing and comfort are also a key factor. A 4-year-old in just a diaper and rubber boots isn't going to push far. It's going to be uncomfortable, cold, fear, discomfort makes them stop quicker. Thick woods, water, steep ground, or fences, like I said, briars or anything, usually keeps them in a tighter radius. Also, kids can often hide when they're scared as well. And they generally, after they get tired, they just give up and are found wherever they give up at. They generally will just sit down after the moment that but anyway, the National Association of Search and Rescue, also known as NASAR, study found 50% of missing kids ages 1 to 6 are located 0.5, half a mile or less. 1 to 6 years are found 0.5 miles, right? And 0.5 miles to 0.7 miles, 45%. No more than that, right? And then 5% or less, it actually has less than 5%, maximum 2 miles, maximum 1 to 6 years. And that's generally because it's a place like flat fields that's just, desert, that kind of thing, where they're not going to really run into real obstacles. Many real-world recoveries of children this young happens in yards, barns, culverts, and woods very near to the home. The average distance, though, for especially a child that has boots on and a diaper and it's cold outside, is absolutely going to be under 1 mile, often just a few hundred yards from home, especially in rural or wooded areas, NSAR says. Searches usually start in a 3 to 5 100-yard radius. Yard. Then they push outward to 1 to 2 miles maximum. Okay. So never more than 0.5 to 1 mile, 0.8 kilometers to 1.6 kilometers equivalent. Most are found within 300 to 500 meters, though, the majority. Let's see here. Why children don't go far. Stamina. A 4-year-old tires quickly. If they're in a diaper and rubber boots, their comfort is low, so they stop sooner, right? They don't have that will to just keep moving on, right? When they're tired, they're tired. Their boots are like walking with weights on. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just uncomfortable. It really just is uncomfortable. Let me show you this as well. So this one right here, that's the stats. Let me show you this actually. We'll go to Lansdowne. Check this out. Let me just show it to you live. It'll be better. All right. So here is Jack and Lily's home. And I've got it really zoomed in. We'll do a radius. We'll do a radius, right? And right here it is. And we'll do a radius. Most children are found, the majority of them would be found in this area. And when you zoom out, that's really nothing. Especially if they've not been out of the yard more than 10 minutes. Right? And you got to remember, Janie said she searched this entire area, which is a very big area. It may not look like it on the screen, but it is a very big area. She says she searched this in 10 minutes. Right. Daniel said he went all the roads, all the dirt roads that would let you, the culverts, the streams, the ponds in 10 minutes. Now, this is where over 50%, over 50% of kids would be found. Right here. 50% of the kids ages 6 years old would be found in this area right here. Six kilometers in 10 minutes using Olympian. Yep, Teresa, exactly. All right, now if we do 1 mile radius, that's this right here. Almost 100% of children Lily's or Jack's age are found in this area, would be found in this area. They went out 3 times this. They did 3 times this. The ponds, they said, was searched. Yeah, ponds was searched. Yeah, sure was. So I don't see it at all. Not one bit. All right. Let's go back to what old Dump Yard Daniel said right here. Right. We could go. He has said so much. It's just incredible. Okay. Okay, here we go. He says 100%, 100% chance they're not going to find anything. That blows me away. It really does. All right, this was today. We haven't seen this yet. I haven't even started the what is it? The meeting yet. We got to
4-year-old Jack Sullivan disappeared from their home in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. So for weeks, hundreds of trained search teams and RCMP investigators scoured the wooded area, searching for anything, any clue that would lead to conclusive evidence of the siblings' disappearance. Despite hundreds of tips, dozens of interviews, their disappearance remains unsolved, and a sense of unease currently hangs over the community. For more on where the investigation is right now, I'm joined by CTV public safety analyst Chris Lewis. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lindsay.
So, Chris, I want to start by saying we did reach out to Nova Scotia's RCMP about this investigation. This is what they told us, quote, the RCMP's investigation into Lilly and Jack Sullivan's disappearance is a very active, intensive investigation. We are continuing to engage every resource available to help locate Lilly and Jack and determine the circumstances of their disappearance. So I want to ask you about that. What do we know about what police have gathered so far?
Well, there's a lot we don't know, and nor should we, given that when they're conducting a criminal investigation, they're not alerting the public to every piece of evidence they find, or different interviews they've conducted, or different suspects they might have, because that will hurt the investigation and ultimately potentially a trial at some point. But they have done a very extensive job. You know, we all know they searched for days around the...
Hold on. He said potential suspects or a potential and ultimately potentially a trial at some point. Oh, a trial. Well, that would indicate that would be criminal, wouldn't it? I don't believe they were sold at all. 1,000% I don't.
Have done a very extensive job. You know, we all know they searched for days around the house where they went missing. They did subsequent searches. They searched other areas. They gathered, I believe, 8,000 different videotapes from area homes and businesses, trying to see if they could see the kids in them. There's been lots of interviews following hundreds of tips. They've conducted polygraph examinations. And just by their statement that this is still an intensive investigation, they're investigating something or someone, because it gets to the point where you may not have any more interviews to do and suddenly get a tip and you are. But the way they've described it, I would say they're not just coming into work every day and hoping to get a tip. They're investigating.
Interesting. Listen to that again.
Trying to see if they can see the kids in them. There's been lots of interviews following hundreds of tips. They've conducted polygraph examinations. And just by their statement that this is still an intensive investigation, they're investigating something or someone, because it gets to the point where
they're investigating something or someone. Okay.
You may not have any more interviews to do and suddenly get a tip and you are. But the way they've described it, I would say they're not just coming into work every day and hoping to get a tip. They're investigating something.
When you say that you believe that they're investigating something or someone, what's the language that they're using that makes you think that?
It's just the way they talk about it still being an intensive investigation.
Yeah.
That tells me something. They're following up something. And when you get...
That's very interesting, isn't it? Huh. They have not cleared anybody. They've not named anybody. They can't clear anybody they haven't named as well. They've not named a soul.
You think that?
It's just the way they talk, investigating something.
When you say that you believe that they're investigating something or someone, what's the language that they're using that makes you think that?
It's just the way they talk about it still being an intensive investigation. That tells me something. They're following up something. And when you get the hundreds and hundreds of tips that they've received, there's a lot of work to that, because finding certain people at times is difficult, or some of the tips have resulted in them going to other places to search. All that requires a lot of people, and the RCMP will put a lot of people on this. And I don't think that's really changed. They're still actively working hard at something.
RCMP did announce on Friday that cadaver dogs will begin searching for the 2 children. Is this the first time that they've used cadaver dogs?
I haven't heard about cadaver dogs so far, but obviously if they're using cadaver dogs, they've got a certain area to search. I can't imagine they're just going to walk those dogs through, such an immense pile of landscape. So potentially that's a clue that they're narrowing it down to a certain area. We don't know what any of these tips are. Sometimes tips are, we saw so-and-so walking on a street in a different country, and you can quickly write those off. But other tips force you to go to a specific area or to certain people, or both. And let's hope that's the sort of information they're acting on now, and they're steering the cadaver dogs into a proper area to conduct a thorough search.
One of the tools they've used are the polygraph tests. Polygraph tests were done on all members of the family, we understand, including paternal grandparents, the child's biological father. What do we know about the results of those tests?
Well, and I was a polygraph examiner myself at one time, so I understand that process very well. And what they have said in some of the documents to obtain search warrants or different orders from the court, although redacted, they did talk of polygraph examinations. They did specifically, in some cases, people were proven to not be deceptive.
What do you mean,
so they believed them. And in other cases, it was redacted. And so there's a little confusion about that.
What?
Said in some of them, and myself at one time, so I understand.
Hold on.
And they're steering the cadaver dogs into a proper area to conduct a thorough search.
One of the tools they've used are the polygraph tests. Polygraph tests were done on all members of the family, we understand, including paternal grandparents, the child's biological father. What do we know about the results of those tests?
Well, and I was a polygraph examiner myself at one time, so I understand that process very well. And what they have said in some of the documents to obtain search warrants or different orders from the court, although redacted, they did talk of polygraph examinations. They did specifically, in some cases, people were proven to not be deceptive. So they believed them. And in other cases, it was redacted. And so there's a little confusion about that. And a redaction doesn't mean someone has been deceptive and is guilty of anything, but it certainly may be cause for more investigation into somebody.
Cause for more investigation into somebody. Interesting. I mean, let's be real. If nobody clears you under just a polygraph. If they do, that's not good. That's not good. Well, I just wanted more specifics on what you meant by that, Bobby. On how you meant that. I have my opinion, but I don't know 100% on anything. So I just want to make sure we're on the same page there. Thank you. Yes, they can be flawed and incorrect. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Chris Lewis, CTV public safety analyst. Thanks for your time.
Anytime, Lindsay. Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe.
Okay. Let's see here. Is there anything related? There's Ms. Daphne. Okay. Now, moving forward here. Where was this one? I think this was earlier. Why, when the kids go missing, he disappeared and never to be heard from again? Why, when the kids go missing, who's that, Heather? Sometimes polys reveal more evidence. That's true. That's true, Grace. That you've actually got a very good point there. For those of you who don't know, Grace worked in the court system for 30 years, and she knows all about it. Oh, Heather, I got you. Yeah, a lot of people's very curious on Justin and Earl. They've been very quiet. I know you have, Grace. I know you have. So that's very interesting. All right, let me see if there's anything. This guy right here, I liked watching him. Check this out.
Many RCMP units, including major crime, are involved in the investigation, along with the National Center for Missing Persons. Police say they formally interviewed 54 people in their search, and this former Halifax regional police officer doesn't take that lightly.
They're out there, and the only way they're going to see or get results in this is to be out there talking to people, looking at videos, looking at topography and what have you, and so on. They're not
This is the thing. What happens if they've looked at video and they don't have anyone on video? No Jack or Lily, no anybody, no suspects, all of that. They don't have cadaver sense, or they didn't have any what they call live sense, dogs that sniff the air when they first went missing. They don't have anything. They don't have cell phones to suggest that anyone was anywhere. What happens then? Do you just kind of sit on the sidelines and wait? Or do you just keep digging? The man is a retired Halifax police officer. Yeah. If they can't track them, then they never left the house. I don't believe they walked out of the house, in my opinion. We're almost at a chicken party, y'all. Something that I've never seen is the moment a child goes missing, the mother leaves forever a few minutes later. Yep. Exactly. Do we know for sure he went and picked up his friends, or that was made up? Daniel said that. Janie says that, and I believe it says it it does say that in the documents as well. We read it. Police do not need to tell the truth during an interrogation. Of course, they don't need to. I will say here in America, I don't know how it is in Canada, but here in America, they generally won't tell the public a lie and later take that to court and argue something else, because the defense will be like, well, on such and such date, you said, for instance, someone passed a polygraph or whatever, and then now you're saying that they didn't. So they're generally, if they tell the public it's generally true, at least here in the States. They're not going to generally lie to the public. They may be vague with the public, and they generally are vague with the public. We have also not seen a case where the owner of a property demands all her family and friends off the property. Well, that's true as well. Yeah. Yeah. Very vague. Yeah. Wording is very something here. Oh, of course, Blue Eyes. That's terrible. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Brittany Woods. Wow. Hold on one second. Let me find this. All right, guys. There is new when they were talking about the dogs the other day, whenever they had the meeting, it was they allowed anybody to come and view it. So I'm going to give credit to True Crime Story Pod with Brian Shar, and link is provided in the description as well. This was them the other day, the RCMP meeting.
Subject matter experts.
And they're talking about...
Shortly past 3, we'll get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending. I'm Corporal Guillaume Tremblay with the Nova Scotia RCMP. I'll be your moderator this afternoon. Bonjour à tous. Je suis Caporal Guillaume Tremblay de la GRC. I'm joined today with Whalen.
Fast forward here.
Staff Sergeant Pike and the Police Dog Services.
Okay, the Sergeant Dave Wan, is that how you pronounce it? A supervisor with the RCMP Police Dog Services.
Staff Sergeant Pike and Sergeant Whalen are here to answer questions about the police dog human remains detection. Aujourd'hui, je suis accompagné de 2 experts de la GRC dans le domaine des services de chiens de police. Le sergent d'état-major Steve Pike, gestionnaire de programme au centre de dressage des chiens de la GRC. Et le sergent Dave Whalen, superviseur des services de chiens de police de la GRC. Le sergent d'état-major et le sergent Whalen sont ici pour répondre aux questions spécifiques à la détection des restes humains period with Ian Dog Services. I also have with me here today my colleague Ian McDonald, who is online to assist the question and answer period. We will take 1 question and 1 follow-up from each of you, and we will proceed in alphabetical order. When asked the questions, Ian will proceed and unmute your mic, and then you can proceed with the question. Comme indiqué dans l'avis aux médias, ils sont évidemment publiés. Just as a reminder, if you have any of the Nova Scotia RCMP strategic communication to
they're going to ask about
located in Innisfil, Alberta, nations of all the RCMP police service dogs across Canada. My role as program manager oversees that as for the national level.
Unmute your mic.
Hey, my name is Sergeant Dave Whalen. Stationed down in the lower mainland of Vancouver, BC.
Let me get to the meat and potatoes of this.
I received over 800 tips. We've done 80 interviews, over 1,000 tasks, and reviewed over 8,000 videos. Certainly, there's a lot of work in missing persons investigation, and this is, the next step with our resources. We're looking at every resource that's available, and investigators are working very hard every day on this file.
That does not answer my question. Let me rephrase it. When are cadaver dogs usually brought into such missing persons investigations? Is there any sort of timeline that police look at?
So the question is, when are cadaver dogs normally brought in for these cases? And is there any particular timeline?
Did you want me to jump in there?
Yeah, sure thing, Steve, if you want to take that first portion, and if it's specific to Lilly and Jack's search, I can certainly handle that.
No, it would just be in general terms. In regards to the question there, at what point do they come in? And it was similar to be echoing what you had stated. It's a certain stage of a process. So to incorporate a human's remains detection, you would have to believe that there's reason to that decomposition is taking place. Other than that, when the investigation would start, you have to rule out all other possibilities. Are they missing? Are they simply wandered off? So until you accomplish all those other, as you said, information coming in, tips that are coming in, you have to process all that information. If not, for a police service dog to be utilized to its most effective, you want a clean slate, for lack of better terms. You don't want to have so many variables of so many searchers and rescuers taking part in that search that the dogs now don't have a clear picture of what their task is.
Oh, yeah.
You and I could explain to each other, hey, we're looking for someone wearing this clothing. If we deploy the dog, they have to decipher that world, but from a scent perspective. So how do they distinguish? We want to make it as accessible as possible so that we deploy the resources with the most effective outcome.
Ali, if I can add as well, earlier on, the police dog services here in Nova Scotia did deploy to the scene, and they were trained to detect human scent, and they were heavily involved in the searches in very early on, as soon as the call came in.
So this isn't the first time that dogs that can detect human remains have been deployed in this search?
So the dogs that police dog services here in Nova Scotia can detect human scent, so they can track a person through the woods, for example.
Okay. And my follow-up.
But they didn't answer the question right there. Listen to that.
Very early on.
Dogs that can detect.
So this wouldn't be the first time the dogs
human remains have been deployed in the search.
This isn't the first time that the dogs were more or less brought out, cadaver dogs, in the search. They didn't answer it. Deployed.
So the dogs that police dog services here in Nova Scotia can detect human scent, so they can track a person through the woods, for example.
Okay. And my follow-up, how long is this work expected to take? What kind of timeline do these investigations follow?
The timeline's basically, there's no real answer to that because we don't know what we don't know. So if we're going to deploy and search for whatever the case might be, whatever that target.
Where have we heard that before? Where have we heard that before? We don't know what we don't know.
It could be, whether it be explosives, drugs. We don't know what we don't know. So if we're going to deploy and search for whatever the case might be, whatever that target could be, whether it be explosives, drugs, live humans, decomposition material, you go till you alleviate all those possibilities, all those tips, if you will, all those highest areas of probability. So there's no real timeline to follow until you extinguish all the possibilities.
Andrew Sampson.
Just a really quick question before I ask my actual question. You said the dogs that searched were trained for human scent. That's different than human remains. That would be a human that was still alive. Is that true? Is that the case?
It's human.
Thanks for that question. So yeah, earlier on, the police dog services here in Nova Scotia, whenever we call their services for an investigation, it would be to track a person's scent. It could be breaking under where the person of interest runs off to the forest. It could be a person who is missing. There's many scenarios where we would call on police dog services here in Nova Scotia.
Okay, thank you. So my question is, earlier it was mentioned that, you don't bring in the cadaver dogs until it's clear that, you're searching for remains. You don't want to confuse it with the other people searching. But we know that the search hasn't been active for months now. And, I think even as early as May 7th, police were saying it was unlikely the children were still alive. So with that known, I'm just I'm curious why it has taken so long to bring these dogs in.
Sorry, go ahead. I can answer the first portion there in regards to the investigation. You know, there's certainly a lot of steps at the very beginning, a lot of information that's being gathered by those investigators, and they have to follow up on those leads, right? We have to keep our minds open to any possibility, and certainly, you know, we are open to any scenario in this case. And we have our police dog service experts that are coming in
Open to
at this
any
time.
scenario.
I'll just add to that. I was a diver with the RCMP, and we would have to search. And what it comes down to is you search the areas of highest probability. So any investigation would have to direct you or point you into areas of highest probability.
So, you know, they've been searching around where those footprints were found, where that blanket was found. So that blanket, remember, it was found pretty high up in a tree. We need 110 more likes for a chicken party, y'all. Thank you, KG. Y'all, please hit that thumbs up.
The resources, all the background that it takes to
Yeah, we
locate
played it, Maria,
areas of
honey. Thank you.
possible interest, for lack of better terms. So do you just each day pick a new area? Well, where do you target this to use the resources most effectively? Again, it's, as you stated, it's somewhat kind of.
Well, I mean, I understand about checking areas a couple times, but we're also 4 months into this. And are we going to wander around in the woods for 40 years like they did in the Bible as well? So, I mean, is there any other places we should look at?
I'm sensitive. So if you burn out all your resources earlier on without having true information to lead you to the area of highest probability, that's all for now.
Okay, and just to follow up then, the fact that you are going to search with these dogs now, do you guys know what the area of highest probability is now where you're searching, and are you able to say where that is?
I can answer that question, Steve and Dave. So for officer safety and the integrity of the investigation, we're not going to disclose where our officers are going to be searching in the coming days or in the coming weeks.
Oh, that's interesting. The coming days and the coming weeks. That's interesting. The coming days and the coming weeks. Maybe they are going to search Earl's property. I don't know. Well, I told him all he has to do is reach out to us. There are some of us that said that we would pay for polygraphs, certain types of polygraphs, if he would answer certain questions.
It's certainly for their safety. It's for the integrity. And I understand that all Nova Scotians want to know what happened to Lilly and Jack, and our officers do too. And we know it's going to take time. We wish it'd be faster, but we have to be patient.
Thank you, Andrew. Keith,
we have to be patient. Patient on finding them, finding the answer, finding who may know something. Is that what they mean by patient?
Hi, thanks. I wonder, not to belabor the point, but I wonder if somebody can clearly state the difference between a cadaver dog and the dogs that you were using, since the dogs that you were using were capable, I understand, of picking up the scent of somebody who just died. So what's the difference now? Is it time?
That's what I was thinking, Andrea. That's why I was thinking patient.
So the
as
dogs
in
that
how.
would that deploy generally, so human remains detection dogs are specific to human remain odor, and that's completely different from live searching. So as of you, me right now, our scent is made up of your own personal as well as your secondary odors, such as your laundry detergents or any cosmetics or an environment in which you work in. So, for example,
Oh my God. Your own scent, your laundry detergent, and your cosmetics. I would smell like a French whore. The cadaver dogs would be like, damn, this bitch reeks, and she's not even dead.
If I was a mechanic, I'd be working in different chemicals, oils, so on and so forth. That would be adding to those components. All of that, our dogs are trained to search, whether it be tracking, as was mentioned before, or even just searching. The dogs can recognize a human odor, as well as they can recognize scented materials. So, for example, clothing items, evidence that is discarded. So there's 2 or 3 gamuts of what those original dogs that may deploy, we call them full profile or multi-profile police service dogs. They're the well-rounded, do a little bit of everything dog. When it comes to an HRD, they specifically do human remains decomposition. So that, like I said, that is a completely different gamut of possibilities, or a profile that they would search for. So they would be more specific, whereas the other teams would be more generalized into those items of interest. Could have been clothing that they could have found. The human remains detection dogs, they would not necessarily indicate on those. They may show some interest, but only be indicating to us to further investigation in regards to the presence of human remains odor. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, no, it's helpful. And with regards to the specialized dogs, how successful are they generally in searches?
Thank you, CB. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so very much. Corporal Trembling, CBC September 19th. I know the public, our officers, want to know what happened, and we're not going to stop until we find out what happened. Really? CBC September 19th. Let me pull that up. CBC Google CBC Jack and Lilly Sullivan September 19th. Okay. Thank you for that, my dear. Appreciate you. I hope that they mean that. I really do. I hope that they mean that. Come on now.
In other words, if you're in an area and there is a body there that you hadn't previously detected, are they going to find it necessarily?
Dogs will only find it if the odor is present. So when we search, how to describe this? In Nova Scotia, back in 2017, there was a research study conducted with the medical examiner's office and the RCMP. This is,
I know what they're going to say.
Kind of the building blocks of the human remains detection program for the RCMP. And when they did their study, I believe it was published in 2017.
Listen,
and their status for the training exercises was a 94% success rate.
94% success rate. Justin is on the case with the fine-tooth comb. I know Edgar, he says that boy goes over everything. He pulls it, shreds it, tears it apart. That's what we do, mother chicken. Justin was with his mom, Janie, in the RV trailer. I don't know. We'll see. If y'all want to watch the rest of this, I'm going to draw. The link is provided in the description for my replay crew. Here is that, by the way, but I'm going to move on. I think more than Janie, probably the Justin or Earl. Justin, it's called RCMP. Say cadaver dogs will be deployed. They were deployed today. They were. What is it, Sherry? Why are you giving up? Don't give up, Sherry. Come back. Don't give up. Life is too precious. Don't give it up, girl. The dogs did go out today. Daniel did assist on going under the trailer. Right? But look at this. Remember this. Remember this. Look at this mother chicken. Hold on.
Putting their flag line down and searching at the same time. Coming up through all of this stuff.
How much of this is down because of Fiona?
A lot of this is down because of Fiona, and some of it could have come down after the fact, but the vast majority of it was probably from Fiona.
Guys.
So grid searching comes in different types. So we have.
Has anyone heard from Angel? I'm worried about Angel. I hope she's okay.
Type 1, type 2, and type 3. A type 1 is fairly open. So if we're looking more for signs of travel or say larger objects, so if we know they have a backpack or something like that, we can space people out, 10, 20 meters apart. And especially if we think somebody's going to be responsive, so they're going to talk to us when they're calling to us, we'll do open. We were doing closed grid or type 2. So
yeah, Angel of Light.
Very close together because we were.
Does anyone think that they're going to get through this?
The vast majority of it was probably from Fiona.
In wet, cold weather. Look at that. Anyone? Yes. Yes, he's got 100+ acres. Okay, I hope she's okay, Pink. These children are being failed miserably by everyone who was supposed to protect them. I know. And just knowing Lily had a bruise when she left that day. Joe has a great theory. What did Joe say? All right, Joe, let's hear your mind. Hey, butterflies, baby. Good to see you, lovey. Love you so much. What did Joe say? Why do I not see Joe? Where's Josephine at? Why do I not see Joe? Jesus Christ, how many times do I have to ask? Where was the brother sleeping during the time of this? Ashton Lee, Malaya said the two, according to Belinda, she said they live over there or were over there, and she was assuming Justin but allegedly Justin says he wasn't there. I'm so confused. Did, when, and where Daniel makes that video with the branch? Oh, let me show you. No need to be confused. No need to be confused. Let me show you right here. Check this out. All right, so this is where Jack and Lily vanished from. Make it bigger. This is where Jack and Lily vanished from. This is where the boot print is found. And then this is where the tree in the blanket is. Right there. So they would have had to have either came down the road, and then they would have had to go here and then go here, which doesn't make any freaking sense. Or they would have had to have gone through all of this and go out over here. No way. No way. I agree, Half Moon. Land Across is owned by Atlantic Star Nursery, and one neighbor is Justin Smith. Yeah, there's another Justin. One of the neighbors is Justin. What, Joe? To make anything not float to the surface, neutral buoyancy must be achieved. So if the kids started at minus 10 feet deep, the tide would move them out and gravity would just take them down. He seems pretty confident that they're not going to be found. I'm saying starting off the rumors was Justin lived with Janie, then it changed. Yes. Who said that? Who said Daniel's car was towed today? Who said that? Where did you hear that, Lee? You want to call in? That's well, I don't know about that then, Lee. Yeah, but I how does he know? Charmaine said it? Where did she say that at? If Charmaine said it, then that's good. Because Charmaine would probably know. Hold on, let me text her. 1 second, I'll text her. All right, I just text her. She just texted me back. Hold on, but she hasn't answered that yet. Oh. Hold on. Breaking news, Mother Chicken. We have confirmation from Miss Charlene herself saying that Daniel's vehicle was either towed Friday or today. Oh, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Woo! Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Lord Almighty. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. So, getting a little information in. Y'all ready for this? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so the vehicle that they towed today was allegedly a newer vehicle that was not the vehicle that he allegedly had in May. Charmaine is very credible. Very, very credible. Yes, I trust her. She's one of the few that I trust. Daniel, why did you get rid? No, friend, it's not. It's not. Hold on. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. I guess authorities allegedly did that. Wonder what he did with the old car. I am told that the old car may be at Earl's. I mean, please don't tell me he's got an Escalade sitting at that place. He's got an Escalade sitting at that place and he's not working. He's got an Escalade supposedly at that place. when the Escalade, I don't care if it's 10 years old, is going to be worth more than Janie's house. I don't know what year the car is. He's the white Drake, y'all. Joe. Escapade, more like it. Probably a 72 model. Real men do cry, Joe. It's not the 1960s. Of course. Maybe it's a family business, if you know what I mean. Aren't they 30 grand in debt? Well, I don't know. That's what people are saying. It's an Escalade. I don't know, but we'll see. Hold on. Hold on. That's wild. I wonder if Dan is shitting in his pants right now. Justin, my son is not shitting in his pants right now, you mother chicken. So just get over it. I hate that your name's Justin because I got a son named Justin. So I feel like I'm talking to my son when I talk to you. Whatever. My little Danny is not shitting his pants right now. Come here. I got the Destin ready, Daniel. You're chafing, honey. You're chafing. Good Lord, Daniel. The shit you get me in. I got to clean up your ass like I got to clean up your messes all the time. Good Lord. I tell you what. Go down to the store and get mommy some Virginia Slims 1000s. And it's forget about it. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, darling. They need to check the right over their property line. Well, they might be going to see where Daniel has traveled in the last days since he's gotten his brand new vehicle. Daniel's gone gray. Well, that's what meth can potentially do. Someone tell me what they would get his car almost 5 months later. I don't know. Hey, Sarah. Huh. This has me spinning now. I don't even know what to do now. Let me see here. I wonder when this was taken. Hold on. I need to tinkle. 1 second, but I want to play this. Oh, we got a new member. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my cigarette. We got a new member, y'all. Lee, thank you for helping out Mama Janie. Appreciate you, darling. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to the Pearl family. Thank you, love. God bless you. God keep you. Amen. Thank you so much. And, oh, we got a Panda. There's Panda. Hi, Panda. Thursday at 1 on LF. You're invited in chat. Thank you so much, Panda. Mama Janie will be there. Mama smokes, baby chokes. You get it? Not that I'm pregnant. I'm 60 years old. You know, the Lord would have to. I mean, I'm certainly not the Virgin Mary. That's for damn sure. More like the math tell Mary. More like it. That's more like it. Here we go. Guys, why Daniel is doing this, I want to play this, and I'm going to go tinkle, and I'll be right back. Janie, you take care of him. No problem. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Janie. Thank you. Just be nice, okay? Don't talk about how wonderful Daniel's gray hair looks. What it does. It looks great. Doesn't Janie? Look at his hair. He looks like a wet cat. A wet rat. More like it. Don't talk about my son like that. Look at his little necklace. I got that for him at the Dollarama. Not bad.
The dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100%.
I thought that Malaya got him that necklace. No. Malaya did not get him that necklace. I bought him that at the Dollarama. I bought him some lipstick too. That's what he was talking about the lipstick in the mirror. Malaya used that lipstick and it said, "I love you, Danny, but I'm tired of the mathematics around here. And I can't stand your mother," which I couldn't stand her either. I'm just going to be honest.
They won't find anything.
So what do you make of the fact that they are bringing the cadaver dogs in?
Well, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it's been about 3 months. I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed, I guess, till now. But I know things take time, and dogs are hard to get.
So what does this say to you? Because I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy that they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
So what are you happy about? What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation, theories, and accusations. Maybe they're not going to stop, but slow down, because at this point they're getting ridiculous.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it. It's just to keep the public informed, I guess, that they're hard at work.
They don't waste resources.
Do you think it will rule things out?
They do not waste resources to keep the public happy. Daniel.
Yeah, I think we'll rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard, and there's no human remains on the property.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there. We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
We didn't kill any of the kids. Okay. What day was this taken? Les incompétents. Oh, thank you, Crime Science. Thank you, baby. You're the best. Well, thank you, babes. Appreciate your support. Thank you, my love. What did kill the kids, Daniel? Thank you, no more lies. Wondering about that. When did the first clip of this come out? Friday? Thursday or Friday, Mohawk? Do you remember? Because it was either today they allegedly towed his vehicle or Friday, is what I'm being told. If he doesn't know, yeah, no one can be 100% sure of anything if you don't know what happened. Yes, this was the new one with the new search coming, but this is the extended that they released today. They released this extended one today. They released a clip of it.
Why do you think that they're not
Friday.
possibly, like, why that they didn't possibly wander?
Guys, we're almost at 1,000 likes. We need a chicken party. Come on. Mama Janie needs a chicken party tonight.
Into the woods.
Well, with the amount of resources that were used, and I mean, for everything from drones to helicopters to classified technology and all the searchers on the ground. I mean, searchers on bicycles. They did everything.
Classified technology.
On the pipeline, they took in ATVs and.
Daniel has aged. He has aged a lot, in my opinion, since May. 35 likes. Come on. For each like you give, that is one hair less the dog will lose.
Argos and side-by-sides. They used everything they could.
Tell me about, what do you make at this point of the investigation of what RCMP have been doing or not doing? What's your stance on all of that?
Well, I would like to go in for another whole round of polygraph exams. I mean, that would be, and maybe bring some new people in that are doing the polygraph exams. But I know they're hard at work.
Why does he say bring new people in doing the polygraph exams? Why does he say that? Why do you say that, Daniel? We said that because we wondered why there was two different people giving polygraphs. Oh, I know he watched. He's watching right now. 1,000%, 1,000,000%. Daniel and Janie are watching me right now. Not a question in my mind. Promise.
Filled notebooks with just trying to help them find leads or give them any kind of small detail, answer as many questions as I can, or, but I'm doing everything I can. I usually try to meet with them 3 times a week, and sometimes they're not around for that, or phone calls or texts, but whatever we can do.
So I guess to bring it back to the cadaver dogs, since you've been asking for it for so long, I guess, you don't have any information on how that will happen?
No, I don't even know where quite they're going to start searching, or what they're going to do. Are they going to expand out onto the properties? The property there is fairly small. It's only 2 acres. So.
Yeah. Will it be the whole 8.5 that they searched previously?
I don't know. That's a lot. That would be quite a few. That'd be a couple weeks probably on foot doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the documents, and some of the other stuff RCMP has said or done, there's 70,000 drone photos that were taken during the search. That's a lot of photos. I mean, they had to review and do everything. So
I've already peed. I'm European. With no internet or Wi-Fi. Wow, amazing. Right? I mean, when's the last time you've had to turn off your Wi-Fi to get a cell signal? I mean, Malaya is the only one I've ever heard to have to do that. Probably someone owed Daniel some money for let's just say a job, and Daniel got an Escalade out of it. He's probably bought it from two crackos that needed $20. You ever seen the shirt, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20"?
They would have found some kind of something there. Or even when they brought in classified technology, they scanned the whole area. They ever found a beaver and a coyote. That's all they found.
So why do you think this step is necessary?
Well, it just rules out one and brings the book a little bit closer to being closed.
Of course.
I mean, one chapter at a time.
How have you been doing?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm doing well, but doing better than I was at the start, I guess. It's physically exhausting, mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, but every day.
Daniel's very uncomfortable here. He's very uncomfortable in this interview. He's nervous in this interview. He's got his legs closed, which is a protection. Anytime you see a man that stands like that, or they cover their genitals, you know how guys, especially the straight guys, they're, how they sit like that. It is a protection thing. They don't even realize. It is a protection thing, how guys do that. That's how they, I'm just telling you, it is a protection thing. It's subconscious. They don't even realize they're doing it. And it goes to, it's primal, the reason they do it. And it's a protection.
You wake up and it's a new day. New hope. Just keep going forward.
Tell me about the toll, like what you were just mentioning earlier about social media.
Yeah, social media has been quite a circus, we'll call it. But I can't control them, and they're free to judge.
I wish I could give Daniel a haircut, put a little gel in his hair, cut that hair off his neck.
But maybe just...
What? I just noticed something. Why does Daniel why is his beard a different color than his hair? His beard is got like a reddish tint to it, and his hair is brown and gray. I just noticed that. He's a ginger. Well, if I grow facial hair, it's kind of like a dirty blonde, but it's got like a reddish tint to it as well. It's got like a reddish tint to it as well. My hands, my husband's beard is different from his hair of his head. Well, I guess because like the hair on my arms before I lasered the shit out of them years ago, but they were like blonde, just blonde.
Use a little bit of this before they start typing, or...
Yep, we do.
Use an AI for pictures.
I mean, we're coming up on, is it coming up to 5 months?
Yeah, in the second. So yeah, it's less than 2 weeks.
Like, did you ever imagine that we'd be here still talking about this?
No.
Hold on.
I thought with the amount of resources and...
We'd be here still talking.
Oh, he's got his foot on top of the other one too. Very defensive. Very defensive. It's a protection.
Talking about this?
No.
He's trying to seem chill, but he's...
I thought with the amount of resources and amount of different units for RCMP working on it, everything from dive teams to canine units and social, they've dedicated teams just for social media. They have a dedicated guy that just sits there and watches highway cameras. So,
what's it been like?
They dedicated a guy to sit there and watch highway cameras.
For you now that we're back to September, school's back, and like seeing the school bus go by every day.
Yeah, no, it's hard. There's quite a few school buses that go by.
Yeah, we played some of it just a little bit ago.
There's a lot of kids in the area I see, and it's sad. It's not just sad for Jack and Lily, but it's sad for everybody who knew Jack and Lily. They had friends, went to school, and it's just they had teachers that seen them every day, and it's just hard on everybody.
I know we ask you this every single time, but why do you keep doing it?
For Jack and Lily. I don't do this for myself because I'm going to see this online later and people are going to analyze it. Every time I move my hands, every time I open my mouth, every facial expression, they analyze everything right down to a T.
Because it's very important. It's very important. What happened to the new girlfriend? Did she leave him already? I don't think they worked out. I think he brought in a new... He's been talking to several for a long time. He has aged a great deal in his face in the last 5 months. Well, stress and being Superman is very hard. It's very hard outrunning helicopters. I mean, I couldn't do it. And maybe Janie can. She's got more testosterone than all of us. Don't you, Janie? Don't you, girl? This right here is an actual picture of Janie whenever she came out of the camper that day and she had just woke up and she saw Malaya in the story. This is an actual picture. What the hell's going on here? That is an actual picture of her. She was still in her, her night clothes. And I mean, listen, is what it is. This is Janie. When I saw her at the store the other day, she was judging me, which is fine, whatever. How Janie, the lady at the pharmacy, looked at me when I was checking out with lube and Reese cups. Judge me, Janie. I don't care. Don't care.
I know that.
What would you like the public to know?
I want the public to know if anyone has any information, just please come forward. Call the RCMP, call your local police department, call Crime Stoppers.
Do you still think they're still alive?
Yes, I hope so. I mean, that's all we have is hope.
Well, Daniel, we've got text messages from you that says that that they're still alive. Thank you, Young Economist. Good to see you, babe. How you doing? All right, y'all. Well, I guess that's going to be it. I may come back live here in just a little bit. There is another. Let me see if he's still missing. There's a 5-year-old missing in. Oh God, what happened? Okay, there was a 5-year-old. Is he still missing? I was gonna do it.
Monday morning. 5-year-old Darius McDougall was hiking
This is in Calgary.
with his siblings near Island Lake Campground
Oh, never
when he
mind.
disappeared. Dozens of people have been searching since yesterday for the boy. He has autism, which may prevent him from responding to others. Carson Marsuk reports.
From the air and on the ground, dozens of search and rescue members, RCMP and conservation officers are searching for 5-year-old Darius McDougall.
Family went out for a walk. Darius was not among the ones that returned. They went back to the site, searched for a good time before calling 911, and search and rescue was deployed immediately.
Searchers responded around 11:30 Sunday morning. RCMP say Darius was walking with family on a road that connects to Tent Mountain and allows camping on Crown land when he got separated. McDougall has autism, and police say that may prevent him from responding to others.
How a 5-year-old boy will react in a specific situation is difficult at the best of times. So we need to keep that in mind. Fortunately for us, we are able to draw upon the provincial resources in Alberta.
The area off of Highway 3 near the Alberta-BC boundary includes steep terrain, with search and rescue focusing on an area about 2 kilometers in.
We are in a valley, a river valley itself. There are 2 small rivers that are also in play. There's a large bog that we continue to search, and some fairly steep, rugged, forested terrain.
Members from search groups in southwest Alberta, Lethbridge, Foothills, and Cochrane have been canvassing the area since Sunday. Police are also using helicopters, drones, and dogs to find the missing boy, also searching the water Monday afternoon.
We have not narrowed the scope. We are expanding it as appropriate for our search avenues right now.
Officers and search members will continue their efforts throughout the night.
We are very confident about a positive outcome. The weather is in our favor.
Well, RCMP and Search and Rescue are thanking the public for wanting to help find the young boy. At this time, they are asking people to avoid the area to allow their trained teams to continue their searches. Carson Marsuk, CTV News, Crow's Nest Pass.
Guys, give me 1 second. I got to refresh, and then we will do a chicken party. Okay, sorry about that. It took longer than I expected, but we got it. Are y'all ready for a chicken party? Can we have a chicken party? Let's have other chicken party. Shall we, Janie? Let's go. Let's do it.
Christopher! Katie!
A bullshit? A bullshit?
RCMP, open up.
Girl, how I look? Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better. Girl, bye. Let me see what's going on with this little piece of fruit, baby. Clear my throat. Got a good little ring to it, not tart at all. Very sweet. Let me get on up here, baby. I don't need everybody in my mix. See, you don't need to see Big Mama eat her oranges. Go on back to the camera up and stop playing with my time before I get active mode face.
You know, Miss Janie got to get her oranges, baby. Let's get on, Janie.
Stop. You love touching my belly. Oh, you make me feel so sexy and confident. Oh, let me back up so you can look at it. Hi, look, baby. Stop playing.
Don't blame.
I just falls out when you do that to me, boy. Come on now. Oh, look at these legs and stuff you got. Oh, I think I want to touch and kiss up on you real quick. What's up? In public. Let's do it right here in public, babe. What's up, boy? Come on, let's do it in public, babe. Stop playing with my time. Come on, boy. Come on, babe. Let's do it in public. Ooh, don't start nothing. Won't be no start, no shoe, won't be no stuff. Come on now, touching my titties and all that. Come on, boy, in public. Ooh, let me take this leg real quick and then. Ooh, where you going? Where you going, babe? Come here. Touch on me, tease me. Nah, for real, come on, let's go. What you doing? Baby, come on now, we gotta get to the barbecue. Stop playing now, stop playing with my time. Oh, let me get up here. Oh, look at that butt. Oh, take this shirt off real quick. See, let's go on and get wet out. Let's show them the way, because you know I do what I do when I do it. Come on, babe. Come on. Oh, this shirt is cute. Come on now. And let me tell you something. Why you liking that girl photograph on Instagram? I told you about getting too friendly-handed on Instagram. Stop liking their pictures. Stop liking their pictures. Do you hear me? They don't need you, know you. Stop. Stop liking their pictures playing on my time. Come on, babe. Let's go. I'm hungry now. They waiting on us. I want me a rib sandwich with some little cheese. Boy, get from behind me. See, you on day at the drawer. Ooh, I love how you just. Ooh, Lord, babe. It's been a long day at the drawer. Ooh, I love how you just touch and caress me. Rub down there. Oh, yes. Oh, scratch around this belly. Get around that belly, boy. Fuck. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. It feels magnificent. Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez. Oh, wait, baby. You had did something too rough right there. Slow down. Slow down, cowboy. Slow down, my boy. What's up? Lean with it. Rock with it. What? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, don't be touching me there, baby, because I'm going to touch you up there and down there. Oh, Lord. Sometimes you... Oh, wrong song. Yeah, just touch me, baby. I'm too shy. I don't want to play with the Lord like that. Playing with his time. Oh, Lord have mercy. Where you going? Come here. What you doing? 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 What you doing, babe? Paddle me. In the words of Janet Jackson, I need some discipline tonight. I've been very bad. Paddle me, boy. What is you doing? Don't be trying to grab it. You playing with my time. See y'all later. Fuck.
Now get up off me. I said that's enough. Let my gut to the go. You act like you starving, Monquito. Now I said that's enough. You want to bite me? Huh? Okay. That's how I feel. Now get up off me. Got these people recording me act like I don't feed your ass. And look at your damn daddy just sitting there. You need to come get your damn daughter. She get this shit from you. Now let my damn titty go. You didn't eat. Let it go. Because at this rate, I'm not going to care if Monkey Protective Services come get your ass. Now let them go. You didn't eat and you acting like you starving.
Acting like you starving.
Okay, we won't listen. We won't listen. Who is that? Oh, I thought I heard something. Now get your... Okay, let me just turn my ass around. Now didn't I tell you to let my shit go? Now I'm not about to keep playing with you in front of these people. I'm trying. Okay. Okay. Let me see who looking. Okay, hey.
Yeah, me smell cocoa butter cheese. Yeah, right there. Give me a kiss. Damn, you got to be an Instagram model or something. Here, put this shit on your gram right here. There you go. Yeah, give me a kiss. Don't move. This one going on the wall in my trailer.
The following is an actual video of Edgar as a teenager going to his phone at Gruella's house.
Hello? Hello? I said don't disturb you. I'm cleaning my room.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Oh my God, look at Chris. Is that Chris?
Oh. Suck it now. A bullshit? Oh. Suck it now.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
Oh. Suck it now.
And it
to
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr. Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh. Suck it now.
They can shut their chicken tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home flip phone, disown ice cream cone, garden gnome, student loan, full blown Indiana Jones, overgrown Flintstone, X and Y chromosome, Fred Zone, Sylvester Stallone, AutoZone, professionally seen silver Patron, head the fuck up, okay?
What are you doing? You did. Thank you all so much for joining me. Chris ate a lot of snacks. He sure did. He sure did. He ate a lot of snacks. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you all. That's right, Tina girl. Bullshit is the perfect word for Daniel. Yeah. Love you guys too. Appreciate you all. I might be back here in just a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be earlier. The first live. I had a very busy day today, but I'm really going to try to get 2 to 3 lives in tomorrow. So if not later tonight, I will see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing. This movie almost over. I hope so. I don't know. We'll see, Tina. No promises. All right, guys. Much love, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, to my live chat and my replay crew. Much love. God bless.